Hi, if you're new here, I'm Kanita, and if you're already watching my One Piece Chill channel, welcome back. Today we are going to read the newest chapter of One Piece number 1062. So, of course, spoiler alert if you are not up to date with manga. So, let's read this chapter. Let's go. Okay, it's called Adventure in the Land of Science. I'm so excited. Then, before that, we have our cover story. Meanwhile, in Chocolate Town on Cacao Island, everything seems frozen. I think it's supposed to be ice, right? That's what I'm gathering. Very interesting. Done. Let's see the chapter. I'm really excited about the chapter. I guess the cover story of Jorma 66 Cold Blooded Voyage still continues, or maybe it will go into someone else's voyage. Meanwhile, a bewildering development. Vegapunk! The Vegapunk! What a fracas! Vegapunk, you're like my role model! Frankie is yelling. Yay! I killed 2 years in your hometown, Baltimore. I remember that. After going through your lab, there was still a load of stuff I didn't get a chance to look into. It's the giant mech of my dream. Wait, is this someone else saying? I think that's no, Sanji is like, what a stunning lady. Maybe that's Usopp saying, because I don't think that's Frankie's words. It's a giant mech of my dreams, though it fits Frankie, of course. But I think most of the guys, at least on Straw Hat Crew, they're all super excited about this mechs. They're like, that's so cool. So I think they're all very excited about that. Well, Sanji is more interested in how beautiful this woman looks, but yeah, as we discussed in the comments before, it might be somebody that Vegapunk is using because it doesn't really make sense. I mean, the gender swapping, it could happen, but also the age is concerning, I think, so it's probably like not the real form of Vegapunk, right? Just how many times bigger than General Frankie is that? I can't wait to show Luffy and Chopper. Usopp is excited. Yeah, he is excited about this mech. Vegapunk is silent for now, and Robin is saying, just a moment, this is the first I've heard of Vegapunk being a woman, and she looks far too young. Okay, she has just the same concerns. Vegapunk has been active for many years. Yeah, we always heard of Vegapunk as a man, but we also know that the gender can be swapped, and he could be an old pervert who wants to have a body of the woman, so he's not like a woman in heart, right? Like Kiku, for example, but someone who just wants to be. It could happen in One Piece, like a gag, like something funny. Naturally, Vegapunk is saying, who said this was the main stellar body? Oh, you're looking at Vegapunk 02. Yeah, it was pointed to me in the comments that there's a number on her clothes. Vegapunk Lilith, the main stellar body. So he has several bodies. This is the second, maybe not only the first, but maybe also the third, etc. In any case, we always run through our research funds in a jiffy, so we'll allow you to skedaddle if you just relinquish your valuables. Wait, so he's more like a pirate himself too. I guess he's a guy, so I'm going to say he, I guess, for now. You can disagree with me, but I think it's implied that Vegapunk should be a man himself, so I'll say he. So he is like, give me your like gold, your treasure. That's what he's interested in. Interesting. What? This waters are chill enough without you being cold too. Okay. You just fished us out. What kind of rescue do you call this? Are you deaf? This is not a rescue. Trespassing on this waters is nigh impossible. Resist and they will sink you without questions. Oh, we see some shadows here too. But as I said, it's not like Vegapunk is like, okay, surrender to the government, to whatever. No, he's just like, give me your valuables and you can go. Okay. Okay, there's a double page. Okay, now we see all these shadows as not shadows, and they look very cool. So these are different animals with I suppose we see only one number, number 15. There's writing punk on one of the helmets. They all look like different, but there is something else. Like jump. I don't know. Splash. That's very interesting. Different animals in kind of these helmets and everything. Weaponized sea beasts. I guess, are they also machines? Like just the shark was? I think there is a possibility of that. Weaponized sea beasts, that's red! Yeah, but my fear is overwhelming my oh, Usopp is yelling. Well, Frankie, nothing is overwhelming his oh, he looks so happy. Zoro is pretty calm. The beasts are trying to be intimidating. Nami and Brook already crying. Alright, that's a pretty cool page. I like these beasts. But now Vegapunk receives a call. Lilith, what are you doing? Why do you always insist on looting? Have some pride as a scientist. Shaka, put a sock in it. Can your infernal pride keep the lights on? That's peculiar. So she, Lilith, is receiving a call. Being called Lilith. So even though she says she's Vegapunk, she also has this identity of Lilith, I suppose. So maybe there are like different clones, so to say, different parts of Vegapunk on this island. And though they are all Vegapunk, they also have their own names and kind of identity, because it's pointed out that she always insists on looting, so that's part of her character. That's very interesting. They are the Straw Hat Pirates. She's jiggling. Oh, wait, no, she's jiggling, but that's someone telling her. They're the Straw Hat Pirates, and newly dubbed Emperor crew are not going to meekly surrender. And Lilith is jiggling, saying precisely, they must have a heap of treasure stashed away. Even so, you've made a foolish blunder, she receives an answer. Blunder? Have them surrounded? Don't underestimate them. Look at the swordsman. Okay, let's turn the page. That's Pirate Hunter Zora. His bounty is 1,111 billion. 1.111. I'm very bad at reading numbers, you know. See how calm he is. He knows you're in range for him to end you in an instant. The same goes for Devil Child Nico Robin back there. Yeah, they all look so concentrated. I love this frame with Robin where Nami is in the background crying. Like, nice contrast. But what they can do against all the sea beasts. Zoro looks really cool in this frame. I really like it. Frankie is still like fanboying. Sanji is also fanboying. Like, oh, what a pretty lady. He doesn't have any thoughts rolling around in his head. The strong can appraise their prey. The phone call is continuing. And prioritize the most essential targets first. You should have been more cautious. Those imbeciles around them lulled me into a false sense of security. Lilith is wondering. Confound it, I was careless. Hey, Vegapunk, Zora says, there's something I want from you, so you'd better play nice. Got it? Okay, and we kind of leave it hanging here. So that's very interesting. I guess we'll learn a bit more about this kind of stellas, I think they're called, right? So Lilith is one of the who said this was the main stella body. So there are several stella bodies, and this is not the main one. So maybe Vegapunk himself is also in a stella body that is the main one. Maybe he himself is also in a body of a woman, but it's just the main one. And here, number 2 though sounds pretty high. It shouldn't be like the weakest. Let's see. Now we are going. Wait. Punk 01. Okay, so 01 should be the highest by logic, right? Dr. Vegapunk, Shaka. And it's written here, logic. So maybe they also answer for some particular like characteristics. I don't think it was said what Lilith answers for. just yeah, Punk 02, Vegapunk Lilith. But this Punk 01 Shaka answers for logic, I assume. No matter, bring them here. I have an interest in that crew, and their helmet looks like, I don't know, well, not like a Power Ranger helmet, kinda. It looks cool, but we only see it like from the back. But I'm sure the design is really nice. I can't wait to see this. Translation: as of this chapter, the old man voice is only really evident with Lilith. Interesting. But she's not the main one. But she talks with the old man voice, right? Did I get that right? So you've been... Okay, we are going to, like, Luffy's group, okay? So you've been here before, he is asking. And Bonnie answers, yeah, when I was a kid. It was still a pretty run-of-the-mill lab at the time, though. So how come you come back? Like, why did you come back, I assume? I'm here for answers. I'll have that bastard's life if I don't like what I hear. Huh? Vegapunk is the one who turned my dad into a cyborg. Okay, we just got the direct answer. So, she's talking about Kuma. Kuma is her dad. Damn, Luffy's reaction. She's like, he turned my dad into a cyborg. That's how could he? And Luffy's like, oh, that's awesome. It's not. He's completely lost his sense of self. He doesn't even know who he is anymore. He's nothing but a living weapon now. And yeah, there's also like Kuma shown in the background just in case. Yeah, but we got it. So Kuma is her father. So yeah, looks like her child form is probably her main form. And I think it kind of works with yes, because Kuma is not super old. He's also... I'm not sure. Do we know his age? Well, I think it works for her kind of girl teenager, maybe like early teenager form, kind of like that. Yeah, this makes sense. I think in years for her to be Kuma's daughter. Well, I think even as her as Jewelry Bonnie. Wait a second. Do we know Kuma's age? Yeah, after time skip, he is 47, and Jewelry Bonnie is like 20-something in her young adult form. So even as that, it works. Maybe it works even better, but yeah, he could have a child at like 40 years old easily. Like, that's not a problem. But at least we know their connection now, okay? So she is his daughter. That's awful. Jinbei is saying, very shocked, and Jewelry agrees. Yes, it's unforgivable. Sorry, Boggy. Oh, Luffy. That's nice. He said sorry. It's Bonnie. Yeah, Bonnie. Doesn't matter. He said sorry. That's nice. Okay, wait, that's a double page again. So let's see. We made it to the surface. Chopper is excited. Let's check down some grub, Luffy. Yay. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that I ran into Sabo at Marijoa. Bonnie is thinking, whatever, I can spill the beans later. Okay, so she has some info, but we'll get it a bit later. For now, we have maybe even in the end of this arc, maybe it's like we go through all of this arc and then Bonnie will say, you know, like Sabo is kind of in trouble, and that will move us forward to the next arc. Whoa, wait. First of all, like, even the ground itself looks very peculiar, but also it's like the city, and there's also a mechanical dragon, I assume, in the background, and the buildings look so cool, like on a space, like futuristic space station, and there's also a building that looks like a how this game is called? Jenga tower. What's all this stuff? Is it a giant robot? There's all sorts of things up there, and the space monster. Yeah, that dragon, he looks like also a space monster, like this alien eyes on him. But it looks very interesting. Wait, they say they make it to the surface, but on top you can see like the fish also swimming. Is this really the surf? Wait, that's very interesting. What in the world? I'll be back after I take one for a ride. Luffy is excited. Hey, we are infiltrating this place. infiltrating. No, no, no. We are just barging in. Take care, Luffy! Chopper is saying. Okay, Luffy wants to go. He uses Gomu Gomu no Rocket, and he wants to go straight to that. He goes straight to that dragon, but the dragon is not just a statue. It chomps its mouth shut, and I guess it's assumed, yeah, Luffy has been eaten. Let's see what happens next. Wait. Or wasn't he? Also, it's like this dragon has an ear, a form of banana. I just noticed. Okay, so Luffy goes and bonks himself on one of the buildings, but he thought he got swallowed. Okay, so he was swallowed, but then he somehow went like through the dragon's head. Interesting. You okay, Luffy? Whoa, is that a giant parfait? Okay, that's really exciting. There's cookies and fruits too. Look at all that cream. Now most of them are excited. Like only Jinbei standing on the sidelines like a gentleman waiting for his part of parfait. And I like how Juri is also like jump into this parfait with Luffy and Chopper. This looks so cute. Thanks for the meal. Hold it, you guys. Why would they leave food lying around? This has to be a trap. Jinbei is saying. It looks very appetizing. Wait, did they also like go through it? So are these illusions? The dragon and the parfait, if they're just going through it, it means these are just like holograms or illusions, like that it's not something that really exists physically. What the? We went right through it. How can we see it but not touch it? Oh, Chopper is so sad. He's still trying to chomp, but there's nothing to chomp. It's so cruel to make us hungry like that. Oh, he's really disappointed. Oh crap, did we die earlier and not notice? That's the first conclusion. Okay. There's no way we are ghosts, Jinbei says. I've never seen one before, but this parfait must be a hologram. Yeah. What the hell is that? This ticks me off. Oh, poor Luffy. He's even angrier than Chopper. It's a 3D image made of light, Juri explains. You see them in comics and science fiction stuff. It's just an image? Oh yeah, this makes sense. Like, this is Vegapunk's place where technology is very, very cool. So of course he has something like that. But yeah, that's why though? Why though? Oh, the space monster. That's why I went right through it. The giant robot must be one too. No one can make something like that. Well, I'm sure Vegapunk could make something like that. But yeah, if you go through it, then yeah, it's just a hologram. Hey, what's this? All these buttons have pictures of food on them. Give up already. Everything on this island is a shame. Bonnie is disappointed. Yeah, Chopper noticed some kind of machine, and there are like pictures of food here. Like place where you press the button and you get something, like this kind of automated machine. That reminds me, Jinbei notices. When the seas around the island freezing, you'd expect this place to have a similar climate, but actually, this is a winter island, but the environment is set to tropical mode in here. Like a giant doll is saying. It's also one of the punks, because you can't see the number clearly, but you can see on the dress like Pa and Zero something, and she looks so cool. She has these ears, like very soft animal ears. Like, I don't know, not like a sheep's. I'm not sure. And also two colored hair. That's very cool. I really love her design. And she looks pretty huge. With my island aircon invention, you can specify, regulate the temperature of an area right down to the soil. So it's like an air conditioning, something like that. Oh, that's interesting. But that's an invention. Nice. This one is as big as Kaido. I guess, somehow. You're a holo thing too, right? Luffy is angry and tries to punch her, but she's not a hologram, so it lands and she gets mad and punches him back. And he flies right into that machine. It also has east, south, north, and I assume west written on it. And he presses some button accidentally. And there's a fast food meal getting prepared. Vega Cola, a burger, and fries. Oh damn, now I want a burger fries. It looks so appetizing. Oh, a hamburger meal and a drink came out. Who made it? Jury is so excited. She has hearts in her eyes. You can touch it. It's real. Oh, so good. Just a moment. I just in one, we met some of the worst generation, but I guess kind of the main ones. Well, we all already had Law, so to say. I think Kid had more of a focus here. What I'm trying to get at is that we got some similarities between Luffy and Kid, and we had these nice moments in Udon where we saw how they are both competitive, and some other things that really showed us how what they have in common, And here we have an arc where we have Bonnie as our part of first generation with us, and she also has something in common with Luffy. They both really, 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 really love food, and I really like that. I think that's really cool. I just wanted to point that out. So good! Press the next one, press the next one. Steak, omurice, tonkatsu, cotton candy, cake, ramen, fried chicken, hot dogs. I guess that's their favorite foods. So for Luffy it's steak, omurice, and tonkatsu. For Chopper it's cotton candy and cake. Yeah, same. And for Bonnie it's ramen, fried chicken, and hot dogs. Honestly, all of this sounds so good. I don't really like steak. I don't really like meat at all. But overall, this all sounds good. Well, at least you appreciate my work. That's the unmanned cooking device. Yeah, unmanned because it's automated. You don't need anyone to make it. But it's also it's not just a machine where there's a burger in a package. You press the button and you get that package, right? So someone has prepared it before, but here in this machine it is obviously being prepared right in front of you, because we can see the process. So that's pretty cool. It can turn raw ingredients into one of 500 unique dishes in under a minute. The make do with what you've got mode is the best, but I can't be too happy since a lack of competent engineers means that this bucket of bolts can't be mass produced. Is following the blueprints that damn hard. Okay, she gets very, very angry, while in the background they're like, pizza, pasta. It really pisses me off. The island aircon is in the same damn boat. Its sensors can monitor living creatures, and it could tame the weather if we just had a bit more money. There are endless ideas, but not enough resources. So Vegapunk wants to use these inventions, make them mass produced, make it so they get out to the world, but he doesn't. I don't know. He doesn't get enough funding to do that, and it makes him mad, or at least it makes this punk mad. I'm not sure. Anyways, she punched the hologram and it worked. It was punched. Waffles, fried shrimp. Oh, fried shrimp sounds super good. Of course, my photonic gloves make it possible to physically interact with light. I see. Very useful for punching. Wait, we have someone else here? This is... Hi. Perception shapes your sense of reality, but touching a projected object turns that on its head, doesn't it? So, wait, did she change the dragon into that girl? Or is this just another hologram? So that girl isn't real? Luffy is asking while stuffing his face with pizza. Debates on what makes something real are as old as time. It's something you'll have to decide for yourself, but I consider the matter settled. So, Just what are you? Jinbei is asking. He's also eating some meat. And Bonnie and Luffy, and you can see a bit of Chopper here. They're having a party. They're having a feast. They're having fun. Man, this is the best panel of the chapter. I really love this. They're making a toast. Oh, that's so cute. Me? Just your resident, scientific genius for hire, Dr. Vegapunk. And we see the number, Punk 06, Dr. Vegapunk Atlas, and her specific attribute is wrath, so her being angry. So we have, so these are all kind of, well, not really emotions. Logic is not really an emotion, but we have these different characteristics. There's logic, there's wrath. Wait, maybe did I miss the characteristic for Lilith? I didn't notice there being really any characteristic for her. I guess maybe, how's it called? Wait, greediness? Maybe. What the hell? That's a total lie, Bonnie thinks to herself. You're Vegapunk! I've heard that name. Kobe told me about you. Both Luffy and Chopper are super shocked, still stuffing their faces. Okay, that's very interesting. Let's move forward. Wait, now we are going to New World. That was so exciting, but let's see what happens here. So, what now? Okay, we see CP here. Just keep listening, Lucci. Vegapunk is technically still a single individual, but his genius is second only to his business. Even when there's not enough time, they say you're as busy as a beaver, right? What? Well, imagine if there were more than one beaver. That was his grand idea, to split up into 6 people. So he did actually split up. So all parts of his personality are divided by these characteristics, right? So that's all him, but there's some main one. We get a scheme here, a graph. In other words, all 6 of these satellites are also Dr. Vegapunk, so that's all him, just in different parts. And I'm the weird one for thinking that sounds impossible. Geniuses are such a pain. So that's actually Kaku explaining everything to Lucci. I'm more concentrated. Wait, there's also their masks on the table. This looks so interesting. Okay, anyway, I want to look at the graph. Okay, so Dr. Vegapunk, we have 6 parts. Okay, now Atlas is... Wait, okay. Shaka, Lilith, Edison, Pythagoras, Atlas, and Yoke. Atlas is number 5 here in the row, but her dress says 6. We'll update this once this clarifies. Wait, yes, Atlas has 6. That's the girl we were just introduced to, but here she's written as 5, so that's a bit of a confusion with numbers. But in any case, so Punk number 1, Shaka, is logic. Then the second one, Lilith, is evil. Oh, evil. All right. Edison is flair. What does this mean? Like she's very theatrical? I'm not sure. Punk number 4, Pythagoras, is wisdom. Atlas is wrath. And there's Yoke, who is desire. Wait, that's very interesting characteristics. So maybe that's the characteristics of Vegapunk. He has in himself logic, evilness, flairness, wisdom, wrath, and desire, and he just split all of this in separate bodies. That's very interesting, and in every one of them this characteristic is like the most pronounced. What? There's also like Kuma here, but I assume like that's not actually Kuma, because we saved Kuma and the real one, like, and that's like a copy, like an android of Kuma. Wait, this looks so scary. In short, our assignment is to return this problem child back to Egghead. Then, while taking care not to damage any of the lab's precious assets, we are to eliminate every last Vegapunk? Wait, I'm confused. they want to eliminate Vegapunk, CP0, Masked Assassins, Kaku, Lucci, and Stassi. They have to eliminate Vegapunk. Return this problem child. I guess they are talking about Kuma here. So we are not meant to kill the single most useful man in the world. I wonder if this has something to do with the recent Lucia incident. Someone with instincts... sorry, my throat kinda is hurting for some reason. So Stassi is saying, someone with instincts like yours should know better than to question these things. And Kaku mentions, agreed, don't get us in any hot water, Lucci. So Lucci isn't really agreeing, I think internally maybe, the single most useful man in the world being eliminated. He's not a fan of this decision, but they're saying don't question the orders, we have to do this. A calculated plan. So okay, I'm super confused about this. That's interesting. So I feel like Dr. Vegapunk has a bit of independency in his thinking, right? He does work for the government, but he still has his own opinions, and he is very intelligent. So maybe world government decided that it's too dangerous for him to be alive. If he decides to go against them, that there would be huge problems and stuff like that. And also with Kuma, he was kind of in part ready to go for to do something for him, and so I'm sure he felt for Kuma, and maybe he can get us something that will help restore Kuma to his original form. There's also notes. Each of Vegapunk's satellites are written with the characters for a specific trait, but are pronounced differently. Their origins are unclear, though these are our best guesses. Evil, Lilith, the name of a fictional second dark moon of Earth. Its existence was proposed in 1919 and was later disproven. Additionally, a black moon Lilith is a horoscope name for the real moon's apogee. Named for a goddess, associated with feminine power, hidden knowledge, wildness, and primal energy. Yeah, that's the Lilith that I know of. Lilith is the only one so far to really speak like an old timer. Yeah, but she says that it's not the main body. So there is someone else who is considered the main one. Maybe the one who is like wisdom knowledge. A titan condemned. Okay, Wrath Atlas. Atlas, a titan condemned to hold up the heavens for eternity with his mighty strength. Yeah, I remember that mythology. A constellation, moon crater, and the satellite of Saturn are all named after him. Desire, Yok. In ancient Mesopotamia, the name of the Arcturus constellation was Shudun or Yok. Okay. Flare, creativity. Okay, so flare is like creativity. This is more understandable because flare is not really understandable to me. Edison, a notable inventor and a creator on the moon. The originality of some of his creations are disputed. Wisdom, knowledge, Pythagoras, of course, we know Pythagore. A Greek mathematician and astronomer, as well as another creator on the moon. Logic or justice or correctness. Okay, there are also options. Shaka, a Saint Seiya character associated with the Virga constellation. That's mine, Virga. A Zulu king, and the Japanese name for the original Buddha. The moon is okay. Maybe that's actually the main one. No, that's pretty cool. The moon is an important symbol in Buddhism. The character used for justice. Logic can be read as a star. And Stella, written as main true body but pronounced as Stella. So Stella means main true body, which means celestial star in Latin. It is currently unclear if the stellar body is separate from the 6 satellites or whether it's one of them. Okay, so there's also the option that there's the 7th one, and this is stellar, and this is the main body, and these 6 ones, none of them is main. Okay, that's very interesting. That was very insightful. Okay, that was a really long video, but this was a really excited chapter. Please share your thoughts. I also really loved this little detail that we saw the masks laying here on the table because they look super super cute. I think the pigeon is eating something on the table. I don't know what it is, but it's probably placed there for him, so that's a really nice detail. They are just drinking tea themselves. So these last pages are very very interesting, so please share your thoughts if you think I misunderstood something. So at first I think I misunderstood that all the bodies are called Stella by what I read in the chapter, but then the translation note kind of explained to me that no, it seems like Stella is the name of the main body. It is one of the six, or just another one, the seventh one, right? That's kind of doesn't have, maybe 00 or something like that. So that is very interesting. And so what are your thoughts? Okay, what is your favorite moment of the chapter, of course? And yeah, what do you think? Do you want to correct me on something, or maybe you have some ideas about the assassination of Vegapunk? What are your theories? Maybe will help Vegapunk against the CP. Will we meet like Kaku and Lucci and Stassi and we already fought Kaku and Lucci. Will we fight them again? Like, how is it going to go? Will we protect Vegapunk and kind of become friends with him, and he will be actually kind of on our side? I think he could be a great like kind of Grey Morale character who is only interested in actually in science, and it seems like he wants the science to be kind of put out in the world. He isn't really like either on good or bad side. He's kind of, I don't know, neutral, chaotic neutral, true neutral, something like that. Share your thoughts in the comments. I really love this chapter. I think this was very exciting. But this would be it for today. So thank you for watching and see ya.